Thank you very much for watching us. We're here with Labor MP Ed Husic, with former Howard Government Minister Peter Reith in Melbourne. And the best thing about the Sky Business Channel, she loves when I say that. Not awkward for your colleagues at all. Yes, thank you, darling. It's Janine Perrott. Now, the Sports Night is up after this evening's program, and the News Night as well, so make sure you keep watching as the show rolls on. Now, interesting stuff was around yesterday about the Bali Nine, and that Andrew Chan and Sukumaran, that both of these gentlemen, apparently their lawyers are saying, look, don't put them to death. They've learnt their lesson. We don't want them to get out of jail early. We understand they're going to spend the rest of their life in jail, but that's where they should be. They shouldn't die for their crimes. Now, this was quite an interesting issue, and also, Janine, when you think about the wall-to-wall at times carrying on and bleating on the behalf of Schapelle Corby, she will be out in the best part of the next couple of years or 5 years. These blokes, if the Indonesian system is true to its promise, will die. Should they?
Look, I'm a bit torn on this. I don't believe in capital punishment, but I do believe you have to honour the laws of the land. And unfortunately, so many Australians continue to do it when they see it. This was after Schapelle Corby. They're not getting the message.
Well, and let's not be honest here. We're not talking about boogie boards. We're talking about serious, hardcore drugs that would have killed
drug dealers, and they know, and we cannot tell them strongly enough. The death penalty is what you face in these countries.
Yeah. Peter, what do you think should happen here? The law of the land would suggest they have to die, but do you think that they should remain in prison for the rest of their life?
Well, it's not really a matter of, what do we say about Indonesian law? I mean, Indonesian law is what it is. I mean, they're a sovereign country. They're entitled to make their own decisions about these things, and unfortunately, the consequences flow from, the behaviour of some of Australia's, some Australians offshore. So it is a hard one. It's not an easy one for the government either, because telling somebody how to run their judicial system is sort of not an easy message to get across. And, we do have pretty good relations with Indonesia. And as I say, they're entitled to make these decisions. So I find it hard. I'm a bit like Janine. It's, I'm not all that keen on the death penalty, but this is a situation where it's sort of outside of our hands, basically.
Yeah, give us an idea, Ed. What do you think?
I don't like, I'm not in favour of capital punishment. It's, if evidence comes up after a decision's made, you can't reverse the decision. And I don't think, I'm not comfortable about the idea of people playing God with other people's lives like that. Having said that, I take on board what you said, particularly in terms of drug trafficking. It would also have the impact on people's lives as well. So you need to clearly, and Janine made the point earlier, I mean, everyone knows that a lot of these countries take this very, very seriously. Obviously, the existence of a death penalty suggests that. I also think we would not feel comfortable about other countries telling us that we needed to make legal decisions in a particular way when we have our system in place. And so I think that's one of the reasons why you do need to take on board that issue. But I would not want people, that they should face a penalty. But that ultimate penalty in terms of death is a very significant step.
Now, I deserve a slap on the wrist for my time management because I've got less than 90 seconds and I want to do two big things here. Essendon, the report's come out today that has said, yes, there was something wrong at the club, but nobody should be sacked. Peter Reith is an Essendon fan. Is that good enough?
Yeah, it is good enough. I mean, yeah, they've got to fix up some of their processes, but look, the respective authorities are going to have to come back on the question of who took what and what effect it had. But I think they've done the right thing, Essendon. Good on them for taking it seriously and taking a measured approach to it instead of some of the media, calamity that, has been around this story.
All right, and in less than a minute, Ed, the troops deserve much more than this, but how was Afghanistan?
It was an incredible experience. We actually focused a lot on Kabul and started building up the links, the Afghan-Australian parliamentary links. But it was also good to talk about because the big focus will be 2014, what happens when we pull our troops out and what happens with the type of gains that have been made in Afghan society, being free to the Taliban. So these are some fairly significant issues that they're confronting.
Was Rob Oakeshott brief in what he had to say? Because the interpreters would have fallen over.
You cannot help yourself, can you?
No, sometimes
it was a very good delegation. Harry Jenkins led it, Nola Marino, Liberal WA, and Rob, very very good, but very big issues that need to be dealt with in the years to come.
We'll get you back. We'll talk properly. All the best at the election.
Thank you very much.
All right, he's a good man. Vote for him. All right, can you know what you think at any time? The hashtag PM Live. You can follow me at PM On Air. To Peter, to Ed, Janine, thank you one and all. We will see you again tomorrow night, same time here on Sky News. Ta-ra.